theaters July 6th.
Welcome back to IGN Live at E3 2018. I'm Max. I'm here with Miranda, also from IGN, and Cyrus from Bandai Namco, who's here to tell us all about Naruto to Boruto, Shinobi Striker.
Yes.
Let's talk about some ninjas, man.
Let's talk about some ninjas, man. It's an awesome game. We have it at the booth, at the Bandai Namco booth, playable. 8 players, 4-on-4, capture the flag right now in the booth, but there are different game modes that you can play as, and you can create your own customized ninja.
The best part.
Now, I just want to ask you guys, when you were watching Naruto, right, back in the day, didn't you always want to have a ninja that looked like you? Didn't you always want to see that on TV?
So I definitely had a little headband back in the day in high school.
Oh, yeah, me too.
I think everyone had one.
Me
Like, you're just
too.
hiding, but like, yeah, I like this village. You know,
I had
like
the
this town
Akatsuki
village.
robe. I had
Yeah.
everything. And, you know, I'm just letting you guys know, like, yes, I was a nerd back in the day. I'm still a nerd now. It's okay to be a nerd, and it's okay to be a ninja. So be a ninja.
No, I think this is an interesting game because, like, you think ninjas, you think like, oh yeah, martial arts. That's going to be, you know, like a fighting game. This feels almost more like a shooter the way it's structured.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of really different ways that you can play this game. It's super dynamic in that way. Like I said, you're able to create your own ninja, so obviously that means that you're able to use a bunch of different jutsus, a bunch of different skills to have a variety of your play style. Right?
Yeah, it's like picking your favorite jutsus.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
And
getting to be that.
And it allows you to really customize how you want to play, right? You can play as a range character and throw fireballs at people or use kunai. You can play as a attack character and really just jump into the battle and try to keep people away from their mission prerogative. You can play as a healing character and really just be support for your team. Or you can play as defense and be able to make sure that other people aren't able to get to your base or something like that.
That's really deep. Can you talk a little bit about sort of the teamwork elements? I mean, you mentioned support.
Yeah, it's extremely important. You're not going to win if you do not play as a team, okay? We recommend that every team has an attack character, a range character, a healing character, and a defense character. And you really need to learn how your team plays, right? You want to learn how you're going to strategize to actually beat the objective, beat the other team, capture the flag, whatever game mode you're playing, there's a lot there. So one of the memories that I have when we were playing in the office was I was a healing character. I was support, right? And I had 2 attack characters that were on my team and 1 defense. And there was a moment where we were capturing the flag, and I was running on the wall just like this while healing my characters. There are 2 characters that are, there are 2 teammates that are capturing the flag at the moment, and there are 3 characters attacking them from the other team. So because I was healing them at the same time, 2 of them didn't die. The other person died, but they were able to get back to the base after that.
That's awesome. How much sort of communication? How much communication does it require? Like, I mean, were you playing like in a room with a bunch of people kind of locally, or?
Yeah, so in my office, in the Bandai Namco office, we were able to set up 2 stations, right? So that means 4 stations for one team and 4 stations for another team in a totally different room. So we were able to communicate with one another, but you'll be able to play this online with your headsets, talking to your team, saying, all right, I'm running on the wall, I'm like 3 feet away from the flag, something like that. Please, like, jump in, use your jutsu so that we can clear the space, make sure that we get the objective done.
And having a strategy game like this for Naruto is so exciting because like we haven't really gotten to do that before, aside from just like the standard fighters and like going one-on-one. But then this just like presents that awesome opportunity to develop those strategies and really figure out Naruto in like a whole different way, right?
Right, exactly. And it allows you to really just jump into the Naruto universe, right? And truly understand like what these stages are like, right? We're in the Hidden Leaf Forest right now, all right, in this B-roll. And it's just awesome to see how interactive the environment is, how you're able to jump around, run on the walls, jump to the side, make sure that you're using certain things as your defense, like this tree. I think that actually, while we're facing Shukaku here, he's going to send out tons of air blasts. So I actually used the tree to make sure that he wasn't going to hit me. So it's that type of play style, right? And it's just a ton of fun. I think you guys need to pick it up.
Yeah, absolutely. The fun part, for me at least, of course, there's like so many fun parts about this, but I love the movement Like, I'm just like really immersing yourself in that is so fun.
Yeah, and we have a name for that. It's acrobatic ninja action.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you're doing. All right, you are using every ability that you have to utilize the stage in the best way possible. There's actually a very, very, very cool element in this game where your kunai become grappling hooks, right?
Yeah.
You've actually seen it every now and then in this B-roll. But you're able to throw your kunai, lock onto a location, and then grapple towards that location to really make the stage your own. In addition to that, you can also use your kunai as a projectile as well.
Yeah, there was definitely a time when I was playing this and I was so worried, just like falling down into the pit, and then, you know, that kunai saved my life. I was like, yes, I'm back in it. And it felt so good to recover from that, too.
It's amazing, and there's so many different ways that you can utilize different attacks to make sure that you don't fall, right? If you are falling, let's say, and then you start punching, you do an air dash, and then you grapple, you'll be able to cover a lot more distance. And that way, it makes it easier for you to not fall into the pit. And every level doesn't have a pit. This is one of the levels that does, and so it makes it so that you really have to have some strategy while you're playing, especially if you get into an air fight in the middle of the game. You need to be able to jump away or use a jutsu to gain some space.
And it's pretty evident that people who know how to traverse the map well have the advantage, because that is so important.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about the variety of stages, because, you know, obviously traversal is huge, and that's
Yeah, sure. So right now we've only announced 3 stages. This one right here is in the Hidden Leaf Village, Hidden Leaf Forest, actually. We've announced a sand stage as well in the Hidden Sand Village, and we're playing at the Bandai Namco booth the Hidden Leaf Village, where you're actually jumping on the rooftops of Naruto's house. You see the great Hokage figures. It's really, really cool. And that one actually doesn't have any abyss that you can fall into. Yeah.
I saw that one in action, and it looks like it's really well suited for lots of wall running just because of the buildings. Yeah,
it's beautiful. It's truly beautiful. And one of the things that I also want to talk about is that this game actually does have a lot of single-player content. So you'll be jumping into these missions in these maps, like in the Hidden Leaf Village or in the Hidden Leaf Forest, doing different tasks that your masters will give you.
You had a beta recently.
We did.
Can you tell us a little bit about sort of what kind of feedback you got from the community and what?
Yeah, we got a ton of feedback. Obviously, we listen to our community all the time. We listen to a lot of content creators as well. And we took all of that into consideration and put it into the next beta, which we just announced not too long ago.
And when is that?
We haven't announced that yet.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's coming. That's staying
summer,
tuned.
right?
That's staying tuned. And if you stay tuned to our social channels on Bandai Namco US, we'll have more information on that soon.
Marvelous.
And we are so excited for people to check that out.
Yeah.
Because we just really want people to play this game as much as they can.
Now, how much plans do you have for kind of continued support post-launch?
Yeah, we've got a ton of stuff planned. I can't go into many specifics right now, but there's a large amount planned for after that. And me being the community specialist on this title, social marketing specialist, I really want to get the community involved and have a bunch of events that bring everybody in to create their own ninja, have fun playing in a tournament, that kind of stuff. So stay tuned, once again, to our social channels, Bandai Namco US, because we're going to have a ton of information on that soon.
So I'm not sure if you have this data or anything, but have you seen more people create their own ninjas or play as a pre-made character?
Well, we haven't allowed people to really play as their own character yet with these demos that we've had. But when we do, there are a ton of different characters that you can use. We actually just started pushing out master cards on our social channels that are going to showcase the different jutsus you can do with these characters. And the way that it works is that when you jump into the game, you're able to learn from a master. So you pick up, all right, I want to learn Naruto's Rasengan, for instance. And you train with Naruto throughout these missions to learn the Rasengan. So all of these characters are in the game, and you're able to learn their jutsu and then put them to your own character.
So do you prefer playing as your own character?
Here's the thing. I love being my own ninja, right? There aren't that many black ninjas in Naruto. So when I'm able to create my own character, that's what I'm going to create. And it's the most amazing experience to see just this acrobatic ninja action as my character. I highly, highly recommend it.
That sounds awesome. How much of the character customization is like Is it primarily cosmetic and then sort of customization after the fact, or?
It goes abroad, right? So there are different hairstyles that you can pick from, skin tones, and then height, voices, and after that, you're able to actually customize what skills you want to use. Yeah, and there are tons of different costumes as well that you can pick from.
Now, when you obviously it's a 4v4 game.
Yeah.
Are there any plans to sort of add other modes or mix it up? Maybe have just every person for themselves. Maybe you drop 100 ninjas on a map and see what happens.
Yeah, we've definitely got a lot of plans coming. So if you stay tuned once again to our social channels, you'll be able to hear all of what we have planned for Naruto Shinobi Striker.
Can you speak a little bit about the PvE components and just?
Yeah. So right now, once again, there's a bunch of single-player content that you can jump into. You saw us playing against Shukaku, which is the Sand Jinchuriki. And there's a lot there. There's so many different AIs that you can also fight against. Like right now, we're fighting against the samurai, and this is one of the beginning missions that you can play, just to kind of learn and get your feel for how the acrobatic ninja action really works. And then you're able to go up against different tailed beasts, different summoning, stuff like that. And it really makes the game a lot of fun because you're able to bring your team together, get a bunch of your friends, and be like, okay, you know what? Let's take on Shukaku, right?
Yeah.
Let's feel like Naruto and Rock Lee and Gaara and Hinata, and let's really take on Shukaku and make that our own. So it's really cool. It's really cool.
And you can also do that as a custom character, or
you should do it as a custom character.
Excellent.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's how I want to play it.
Yeah, that's absolutely how you should play it, right? We've seen all of these master characters. We've gone through the journey of Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura by watching
so
the
many
anime.
ways too, like not even watching or just reading the manga, but the other games we have too.
Exactly. We put out so many different games where we've been showcasing the story in a cinematic way on the game, but we really want people to make their own character and truly enjoy the Naruto universe, how it should be enjoyed.
Now, obviously, there's a live and active community and everything.
Yeah.
Are you any plans on turning this into like an esports type of thing, holding tournaments or anything like that?
Yeah, we really just want people to enjoy the game and have fun with it right now. We'll definitely have more information on what it will look like after that, but we need to see the vibes from the community to really assess that.
Awesome. And this is consoles, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC?
And PC.
Any plans for Switch?
We do not have any information on that yet.
I have to ask. That's the question.
It's a good
I understand. I have a Switch too. I'd love to see it. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool. Was there anything else you'd like to add?
Right now, honestly, I would just say come and play it at the booth. We've got 8 stations set up, 4-on-4. You can bring your entire team, right? If you're at E3, come to the Bandai booth and play Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker because it's amazing.
And if you're not at E3, obviously stay tuned to social channels because there's
stay tuned.
For that
news about the beta.
Yeah.
We've got a ton of more information planned. We've got all these master cards for you to figure out what characters are actually in the game, what jutsus you can use, right? We've got all of that planned for you, and it's going to be really fun.
Cool. And is there no release date yet, right?
No release date yet. No, no release date yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll stay tuned. Well, Cyrus, thank you so much for coming by and showing off Shinobi Striker.
Actually,
Thank
no.
you.
I have to say that again. We do have a release date, August 31st.
August 31st. There it is.
August
That's right around the
31st.
corner.
Perfect.
It's the last day of E3. We're all very tired. We have a little more coverage coming up. But there's tons more out of E3. It's all on IGN. Go take a look at it. Cyrus, thank you much for coming by.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having me.
We'll see you guys.